You know, every story has a beginning. And here's my story. True story. My disdain for the NHL started in 2005. I remember that day like it was yesterday. The stupid rule changes. The NHL decides to put two stupid lines behind the net. And if the goalie goes into the trapezoid, that is a penalty. That is stupid. You know what else pisses me off? They had to create this thing called the shootout, which in my opinion is a glorified skills competition. And you know what else I hate? The new NHL logo. Silver and black. I hate that logo. You know why? Because they changed the orange and black logo out of spite because they can't stand the Philadelphia Flyers. The NHL will do whatever it does. The NHL will do whatever it takes to screw over this hockey team. They do whatever it takes to do a smear campaign against the Philadelphia Flyers. Last night was a travesty of justice. Philadelphia Flyers, they tied the score 2-2. And what happens? The asshole referee decides to call a penalty right after we score a goal. Well, not right after we score a goal, but right after the face-off, after we scored the goal. He calls a penalty on the Flyers. Because Brad Marchand stepped on a Flyer stick, and it was a penalty. Which is bullshit because, first of all, Brad Marchand is a sneaky SOB. Will do anything to fit anything he was fishing for a power play. That's what he was doing. He was fishing for a power play. And that is sneaky. Brad Marchand thinks he's so slick. Well, let me tell you something, Brad Marchand. Why don't you go eat a piece of cheese and shut the hell up? And another thing. That game was obviously fixed. You know how I can tell how it was fixed? The way the announcers were talking. Guess what? Guess what, announcers? You got caught. And I caught you. I know you're in on it. I caught you. And I heard everything. The NHL thinks that they're so slick with their fake COVID protocols, their stupid penalties that they call on the Flyers. I'm fed up. I'm fed up, and I apologize for the way I'm acting right now. I'm just so frustrated right now. I got a lot going on. Not going to tell you anything about it. But what's going on in my life is my business. So I'm not going to tell anybody about it. But you know what? I'm sick and tired of the NHL trying to screw us. And is it me? Or has it gotten worse ever since the COVID happened? Because I'm starting to notice a lot more penalties calling the Flyers now. Compared to when there was no COVID, there were less penalties called on the Flyers. The NHL pisses me off. They piss me off so much. I want to throw a remote at the TV. NHL, where do you get off screwing the Philadelphia Flyers? Where do you get off screwing screwing the city of Philadelphia. NHL, you act like you're such good people. Well, let me tell you how nice the NHL is. Let me tell you how nice the NHL is. Remember Eric Lindros? Remember when he got a concussion? Scott Stevens gave Lindros a concussion. And did the NHL do anything to help Eric Lindros? No, they did nothing to help him. They said, sorry, Eric, you're wearing a Flyers jersey. There's nothing we can do for you. And they did that to stick it to the Flyers. Well, NHL, I can tell you where to stick it. Straight up your ass. That's where you just stick it. Straight up your ass. Do you think it's right to screw over the Philadelphia Flyers just because you want to make money and support all the show-offs of the NHL? I'm sick of you, NHL. You think you're so cool. You think you're so slick for what you're doing. But one day, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You're gonna be in big trouble. 'Cause let me tell you something, NHL. You don't mess with Philly. You don't mess with the Philadelphia Flyers fans. You don't mess with us. You don't learn. Did you learn anything from what happened to Braden Holtby? You don't remember that when Braden Holtby was acting like an asshole, pointing to the screen when the Washington Capitals were beating the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, I know Braden Holtby is not an asshole, and I know that he probably learned from that situation not to be an asshole, and he's learned to be a better goaltender and a better human being. He was young before, but you know what? He learned, and he learned not to do that. And now he's a classy guy now. Well, let me tell you something, NHL. I didn't spend all my years being disabled and finding out I had a disability. You know, that was tough for me. I found out that I had a disability. I've been through so much crap in my life. You know what, NHL? With all the crap I've been through, I'm not putting up with your crap anymore. I'm sick and tired of you screwing over my team. I'm sick and tired of you thinking that you're better than me, better than everyone in Philadelphia. See, that's the thing. You guys stereotype the city of Philadelphia. Oh, you say, oh, we're not going to have the Flyers be Stanley Cup champions. Oh, the people in Philadelphia, they all throw snowballs at Santa Claus. People in Philadelphia, they murder people. Well, let me tell you something, NHL. You were not taught that there are good people and bad people everywhere. You weren't taught that. Because you know what? You're elitist scumbags who think they know what's best for business. Well, let me tell you something. I may not be Sidney Crosby. I may not be David Pastrnak or whatever, but let me tell you something. I'm a man with integrity. I'm a man with pride. And you will never, ever take that away from me. You will never, ever take that away from the city of Philadelphia. And you will never, ever take that away from the Flyers Nation. And one more thing, NHL. Why are there no Philadelphia Flyers on the All-Star ballots? Because you don't see the skill that this hockey team has. You're only focused on kissing Sidney Crosby's ass, kissing David Pasternak's ass, kissing all these show-offs' asses. That's what you're good for. That's all you do, NHL. All you do is kiss ass. Well, let me tell you something. I never had to kiss anyone's ass to get where I'm at. I never had to kiss anyone's ass. But apparently, you guys are pretty damn good at it. And let me say one more thing about your commissioner, Mr. Gary Buttface. Well, let me tell you something, Gary Buttface. You think you're so slick, changing all these rules. You know, there's a team that I respect, and they are the New York Islanders. And you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing you did to us. You're doing that to them as well. And it's not right. How dare you? Why do you always pick on the blue-collar cities? Why do you always single out the blue-collar cities? I'll tell you why. Because you're elitist assholes who don't care about the little guy. All you care about is making money. That's all you care about. You don't give a shit about the fans. You don't give a shit about anyone. All you want to do is pat your ego like some conglomerate. Well, I'm sick of it, and I'm not standing it for anyone. Philadelphia, will you join me? We all need to fight back against the tyranny of the NHL, against the tyrants of the NHL. It's time for Philadelphia to fight back. It's time for the Philadelphia to say no. We're not going to take this anymore. We're not going to take this lying down. Because at the end of the day, when you mess with Philly, you're messing with a revolution. NHL, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. And now, you're going to have to live with it. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? You pieces of trash. How does that make you feel? I'm sick and tired of the NHL. I'm sick and tired of it. And it's time for things to change. It's time for us to flip the script. NHL, you flipped the script on us for years. And now we're gonna flip the script on you. You pieces of trash. You scumbags. You assholes. Thanks a lot for screwing my team over once again. And thanks a lot for putting Rasmus Ristolainen on COVID protocol, which is bullshit, by the way. Because you know that if we had Rasmus Ristolainen in the lineup, the Boston Bruins would be shaking in their boots. Because we know the Boston Bruins are afraid of Rasmus Ristolainen. They're afraid of what he would do to the Bruins. And by the way, NHL, I'm so happy that I got to see Zach McEwen beat up your boy, Tyler Lillington. That was great. Although I don't condone beating a guy up in a fight, but Lillington started it. And Zach McEwen finished it. NHL, I wonder how else you're going to screw this team over. I know you always think of plans to screw over my team. What is your obsession with screwing over the Philadelphia Flyers? What is your obsession? You guys need to get a life. You really do. You need to get a life. You need to leave the Flyers alone. Thank you. And NHL, you can kiss my ass. Gary Bettman, you can kiss my ass too. And all the announcers on ESPN, you can kiss my ass too. Have a nice day, assholes.